I felt true freedom living in Lisbon right now. And that's the thing. I know I'm on the right way and I know I'm on the right path in what I'm doing, and that's living abroad in another country. And that's the thing. The framework we're going to talk about right now is what helped me get to the feeling of true freedom. The thing that I experience when I'm just here right now in Lisbon. We're going to talk about radical decision making, but I divided into a couple of topics. Breaking patterns, making decisions, and pushing through. When you want to break patterns, it's really important to look at how you make decisions right now. What are you doing? But more importantly, what are you not doing? Because what you're not doing right now is part of your decision-making pattern. And I'm not talking about getting drunk or smoking weed, doing drugs, or all those kind of shit. That's just stupid. I'm talking about quitting something, doing something different. And when you're quitting something or when you do something different, think to yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen right now? And be realistic about it. That's the thing, like I did a monk mode. What's a monk mode? A monk mode is that for 1 month or a longer period of time, you don't do drugs, drink, or smoke, or whatsoever. And 3 other topics that you can do, like praying or journaling or workout. And well, you need to work out because it's monk mode, but you get the point. So you make a radical decision to do certain things for a longer time. And when you do that, think for yourself, like, what's the worst thing that can happen right now? And for me, it turned out great because I learned all types of disciplines. I learned what it means to me to meditate. I learned the value of journaling. I learned the discipline of going to the gym consistently, all because of a monk mode, because of a radical decision of not doing certain things and also doing certain things. I broke the pattern that I was in my day-to-day life. Then you go to the next part, making the decision. When we make a decision, we often think about right or wrong, but fuck that. Fuck right and fuck wrong. You know why? Right and wrong is just a perspective. Every decision in the end is just a perspective. And you can only tell that perspective at the end, if it was good or bad. Well, good or bad does not matter, because if you look at it like a lesson, let's say you made a bad decision, but you learned from it. It's not a bad decision, it was just a lesson that you needed to learn to not make that same type of decision again. So good and bad, right or wrong, it does not really exist when it comes to your type of decision making. Like when you make 3 times the same decision over and over again, and over again, you fuck up at the same points, well, that's just stupid, because then you did not learn from the decision. But then you did not see that right or wrong, then you did not see it as a lesson. So then your whole framework of decision making is bad. Also, just don't wait too long with making the decision. Just flip the switch immediately and go for it. Like, when I get kicked out of school 2 years ago, I had a couple of options. I could sob and cry and feel sad and it's unfair and whatsoever. No, I just flipped the switch. I got kicked out of school, so what do I need to do? I go all in on sales, and that's the decision. I don't look back, and I do not have any regrets about it. Why? Because I worked my ass off and I made decisions and I kept on going. And that's why I'm right now in Lisbon, feeling completely free and working remotely. Well, I can just keep my head above the water as a sales and marketing consultant. I called a friend today and literally, I'm kind of amazed by it, but it feels like a dream I'm living in. Why? Because I made the decision. And then last but not least, it's pushing through. Stick to this decision that you made. Like there's a saying that goes, if you don't quit, you cannot fail. And when you do not quit, you are sticking to a decision. And of course, within one big decision, there's multiple small decisions, and then you come back to the framework of learning and not good or bad. It's just about improvement. But it's also about sticking with that decision. It's also about, like, when you stick with a decision, it's about making a lot of them, like making more decisions on and on and on and on, because the quality will improve and changes will be happening when you make more decisions, because a decision drives change. And also like the action afterwards, the decision drives change. But I hope at least by now you know that you need to take action. But action also starts with a decision. Taking action is a decision. For example, I had a relationship and I got out. Like, the relationship was 2 years. I've talked a lot about it on this channel, about how great that relationship was and how I was supported until certain levels, and that relationship is now over. And I'm sad about it, of course, but I embrace the feeling and I can let it go to move forward. But that was a decision that was made for me. She dumped me because we grew apart and it wasn't a fit anymore. And that's okay, because I had a great time, and I'm seeing all the memories I have of that past relationship of 2 years as a trophy. But now it's up to me to make radical decisions and make new decisions to move forward. Because that's the only thing I can do. After your hearts get broken like that, I mean, I cried my eyes out for 2 days because she dumped me. And it's quite recently, so of course I'm sometimes still sad about it. But the only thing I can do is just move forward. I can only go forward by making new decisions, by not standing still. I can only move forward by not standing still. A great quote is, "It's not what happens, it's about how you deal with it." And that's the thing, like, of course I got dumped, of course I am sad about it, but I'm still right now listening because of some radical decision making that I did, and I'm really, like I said, it feels like I'm living a dream. So one thing comes to an end, but the thing is, I dealt with it to go to another country and follow my dream and live abroad for a whole month. That's the thing, it's all about radical decision making and going forward within your decisions, and not about good or bad. Like I said, what happens to you does not matter. It's just how you deal with what happens to you. Same with getting kicked out of school. Same with doing monk mode. So, visionaries, I think that's it. Leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you think this is valuable for. And then I see you in the next one, because that's gonna be a great one. You don't want to miss that. Ciao.